All right.
Yes, bro. How are you?
Yo, someone can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
How you
Yeah,
been?
been good, man. Been good. Just came from prayers.
Mm,
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
that's cool. How's Ramadan going for you, bro?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad at all. Not bad. Ooh. All right. This is a lot of shit. A lot of stuff here. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, that there can be deleted. Yeah, so in the morning I didn't trade, but what's whoa. Yeah, I didn't really take anything in the morning, but I took the buys from up here.
Oh, from at the bottom.
Yeah, I
Mm.
got it from up here, or I didn't get it from down here. I was gonna get down here, but it hit my zone obviously in the lower 50, which is best area to buy.
Yeah.
But I was on my phone and I was just not in the mood yet. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it sounds weird, but to be in a mood to trade, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how you have to push it. Like if you don't feel it, just don't force it, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, but it did that. There's a buy here, which I executed on my phone and secured some a little bit here. And yeah, the rest, I think it hit up there like 16 hour or something. And then up top, there was a nice sell again up here. Tapped something nice here and dropped again. The 15 flipped here, which is a nice little confluence right here, which is a flip right here, bearish. And then after flipping, you can tell the sell was quite nice, but again the buy was nice as well because as we pushed up, the buy came in right in the gulag, pushed up right.
Mm.
And I'll explain why. Obviously I'm just showing you how what opportunities there, and then there was another sell up here, which came back for this. I think it tapped the 15 OP if I'm not sure. I don't think it tapped it. It just missed it. See,
Yeah.
just missed OP. So yeah, I don't think that would have been a buy because I'm a sell. Sorry. Was it Mr. OP? But I think it has some sort of 1 minute OP there, if I'm not mistaken. Because I was watching it like as it came on, I was looking at my phone up here, and yeah, it tapped into this little like
Zone. Yeah.
zone here, which is an OP. So these kind of zones here, I just take the actual like which is like more almost like a booby trap candle. Like it poses and then pushes.
Mm.
Like kind of scare people, but that little port there, sometimes price does something. So I thought when it gets to that zone there, I don't want price to sweep it or even like break it. Just respect it, create another OP, which it did. This OP here was not nice here because it after it makes the bullish candle, it doesn't follow up with an engulfing. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't really trust it. So I'll wait for more confluence. As you can see, price comes back in again like straight up. And if you put your stop loss here, you'll be stopped up, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So took this OP here. These OPs are not nice because the next one, this candle doesn't really engulf it up until here.
Mm.
So it's a bit sus, right? But as soon as the next one got created, and you can see this next one here is way more nicer. So right, so this blue candle here, the outside bar, is a way nicer OP, right? See
Oh,
that?
okay. Yeah.
So I'm down there is followed by I mean the next candle was bearish, but at least the next candle, the second next candle engulf it, right? So if you zoom in a bit more, you see that this candle here, at least it engulfs, the like this one here, it engulfs this guy as well, right? Whereas this OP here, this one doesn't engulf it, this one doesn't engulf, this one doesn't engulf. So it plays around, right?
Yeah.
Until the end, right? And then this one here engulfs. And when it engulfs, it's already too late, right? It's pushed out down too much. But with this one here, it's nicer because it engulfs it and
Mm.
leaves a nice nice range. So entry there and obviously stop loss getting covered. And now like it's one time failed, second time is failed, and the third one is likely to take you, right?
Yeah.
And obviously that's when the 15 flips as well. You can see like as we come in here, because obviously now the whole reason for this bear here, right, around 17 I think it was 1748. The whole main reason why I'm looking for sales there, if we look at the 15-minute candles, right? So you can understand why, I mean, I was looking for sales there, right? It's this. So 15-minute time frame is pushed up, right? Making high highs. No low is made, right? No new low is made. All candles are pushing up. They're making highs, right?
Yeah.
And then up to here. When you go here, we go on inside bar created, which is just coincidentally around my PSA, right? So high probability sales are coming here, but these are risky because it could just push up, right?
Yeah.
I haven't more firm on the high yet, but as soon as this breaks here, and this is why I call this a flip, right? And the reason it's a flip is because we make a high, this candle trades here, it doesn't break the low or it doesn't break the high, right?
Yeah.
It's above. And then if you see here, this next candle trades above the previous candle, right? And
Yeah.
after trading the previous candle, it has made a new high, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like as in like a candle high, right? So this new candle has made a new candle high, yes?
Yeah.
Because everything in the history we forget, we just put in on the back of our brain, right? We're looking to see what new candle is doing, right? So new candle pushes up and it doesn't break the low, it respects it, right? So it's showing that there's more bullish momentum to go higher, yes?
Yeah.
So it's respected the low to push higher, right? Same thing, respect the low to push higher, respect the low to push higher. So the trend goes up, down, right?
Yeah.
So when the price does something like this, yes, where it makes a high, forms an inside bar, and then quickly pierces above, it's showing us that okay, we paused a bit. Now, if this kind is respecting the low and it's breaking the high, what should automatically happen? This should happen. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the way the trend flows, right? But then what happens? It comes down, breaks previous low, breaks a second low, breaks a third low, and the candle closes super strong bearish, right? Now this alone is an indicator that okay, price tried to go up, pushed, tried again, failed, candles closed below, right? Now it's super bearish, and because we're acting off a PSA strong, right? The best area to sell are either you catch the continuation, like I always tell you, after we form a low high, if it breaks the low, which is this here, right? It's either gonna do that and go, or it's gonna do a retracement, a deeper one to go down, right?
Yeah.
And what scenario that happens? After this happens, we do go like a bit and push a little bit. It doesn't go too far. And the second round comes in perfectly. And that second round gives a nice bigger sell, right? Obviously, at the time, it's too late now, but still, it's a pretty decent little drop, right? If you catch it from up here, like a nice little 14 pip, right? You squeeze a nice 125 or something, right? But idea is that. So it's the same thing as going up, right? Like if you saw this today, like the bullish push up, right? You can see the candles are pushing up, down, right? As it going up like that, you just don't fight it. But as soon as we had made this low here, right? And I knew that this is a high here, it pushed down, broke below, yeah. Sells here are in play, yeah, because we just flipped the 4H candle, right?
Yeah.
But now this is where your user that common sense comes in, right? Because like I told you, the key levels play in hand so much, right? And you can see it closes below the key level, but not strong enough, right? Not strong close. And
So
here
what do
now it's
you,
coming.
sorry, just got a question. What do you mean strong close?
Okay, you see the way it closes below the 5 pip zone, the lower 5 pip zone here, right?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see like it barely the 15 candle barely closes below there, right? Like that to me is not really a strong like hold. But okay, in terms of in the sake of the strategy, right? It's done the same thing that we want, right? So made a low, made a high, and then close below, yes. So now this 4H has flipped bearish, yes.
Yeah.
So for continuations, we need to wait for our breaks or tap in OP and continue down, right? So now,
Mm.
if we look at this area here and see how if sales were to play, because if we highlight our candle, so this is the candle that broke the low, yes. So let's highlight this as a 15 close below, yes. So we know that that's the 15 candle that gave us the break, yes. So now let's see if the sales would have played out, because we need an OP tapped, yeah, and then we need a new OP to form to sell it, yes.
Mm.
This is our candle here, yes, pushes down nicely and and flips the 4H here, right? So 4H made a low here, and this here was the flip, yes.
Yeah.
Bearish, yeah. So currently here the 4H was bearish, yes. And also we're coming into pre-New York, right? So for volume to push pre-New York lower, we need a continuation of 1 minute, or we need a nice OP tap to go down, right? And we can see there was an OP up here, right? Which is this last inside, last one there. So that's an OP, yes.
Yeah.
1 minute OP. We have a little gulag here inside bar. I don't like that. I don't like inside bars. It's silly, right?
Mm.
So out of all this push down here, we only go this extreme up here, right? Okay. And you can tell this pause here, maybe like a little bullish candle here. Maybe you take this whole zone right here. Yes. As an OP. You can take that one, because you never know, right? Price. So after this push here, we want price to come up and either break the 1 minute formation to come down, which I mean by that I mean I want the 1 minute to flip the 15 minutes, yes. Just as 15 flips the 4H, yeah, as a 15 minutes has flipped 4H here, right?
Yeah.
Now I want, because that's the confirmation candle, right? The 15-minute confirmation candle, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is this candle here, yeah, that flips it. So as we come up here, I want the 1 minute to flip the 15-minute candle to show me that, okay, the 1 minute is ready to go down as well,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So we come up, we made a low here. So 15 closes, we push down to make a low, and then it comes up, makes a high here, yes.
Yeah.
And then pushes down, doesn't really break the low, fine. Comes back up here, and now the 15 is
Yeah.
bullish, right?
Yeah.
Because it's been flipped, right? So there's no sales yet. We're looking for sales, no buys. We're because we're still bearish because 15 just flipped the 4H, right?
Yeah.
So looking for buys, you're just being stupid there, right? And after doing that, now it's flipped. Now we either want this high to go, or it to make a new low to break, right? So now it makes this low here, but you can see no high was made up here, right? So this is not low. This is a low now, right? You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I
Cool.
zoom in a bit more there, because I want you to understand this properly, right? So these are 1 minute candles. I want this 15-minute candle to flip bearish, right? So it shows me that, okay, 15 has flipped the 4H. Now I want the 1 minute to flip the 15-minute candle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we made a low, made this little high here, tried to push down to break low, failed. We broke this high here, right? Now the 15 minutes is bullish because of the 1 minute, right? Sorry, the 1 minute is bullish, yeah, because it flipped the 15, but the 15 minutes is still bearish, right?
Yeah.
And now the reason why sales are very risky here is because you have, if in hindsight, if you look at it, we have a 4H that's still bearish. We have a 15-minute that's just flipped the 4H bearish, yes.
Yeah.
Now in this time from here, this time now here, the 1 minute is just bullish here, right? So you're trying to sell a candle. Sorry, you're trying to sell a candle that's already buys, right? That's what I'm telling you. There's no buys here, right? Even
Yeah.
if the 1 minute has flipped it, there's still no buys, because you're trying to buy a 4H bearish candle, a 15-minute bearish candle, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm always waiting to things to flip, so I can have, like, let's say to sell. If this 1 minute was to flip bearish as well, then I'll have my 4H candle bearish, my 15 which flipped it bearish, and then I have my 1 minutes bearish as well. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I go in, with everything lining, right? So here, if we look at it, we can see the 1 minute did not flip. Yeah. So it formed a high, failed to break the low, broke the high instead, which is perfect, right? So buys are high probability to take from here. And the reason I have this here as a buy is because we formed this OP here, right? The first one is this one, right? The bigger one, because everything else plays inside that with a 1 minute OP there, right? So this to me here is not an OP. If it comes in lower, yes, perfect. But everything here is formed inside this bigger OP, right? So to me, even if it doesn't come back to this lower OP, it's fine. Because if you look at it and you bucket a low, right, you see that everything else inside the previous OP is pretty much just within the range of the OP, right? And sometimes, yes, price can come to this lower one here, but most of the times it's not going to come down there, right? Especially when it forms another OP and just goes, right? Just like here, it formed a new OP here after tapping to the main one, and then price comes back to the new OP and just left, right? So it's almost like the retail technical double bottom, right? See that? Comes back here, does another double bottom, right? See that wick, and then goes. See what I mean? And all the while, it's doing all these two double bottoms where around my 5 pip zone, right? That's why this buy for me was very, like within play, right? But it's very risky because I'm having to deal with a bearish 4H, a bearish 15 minutes here, and I'm basing my buys all to do with 1 minute flipping.
Yeah.
Okay, because it can easily keep going with everything else be bearish, right? But understanding that we came from a key level up top to this key level and we squeezed below the lower 5 people, which is a high probability to get buys, right? That's the only way I'll base the buys, right? And there's no fundamentals to push it lower, so that buy there made sense, right? And even better, if in the previous, if you look at the previous price, I don't think I marked it on there, but previously down here, we probably had a nice little zone that price came into, right? If there's nothing there and it's just imbalanced, then just leave. See that? I think it's just imbalance, right? So it just like a 15-minute imbalance or something, and then did this thing and messed up, right? And went up. Where are we? Okay, perfect. We're here. All right. So to carry on, coming up, obviously we flip it here, right? Remember when I told you I wanted the 15 to flip bullish to buy it? So right up here, you can see the 15 here closes above. You see that? It was a weak close, right? But with this momentum now, the fact that we failed to go lower than the key level, which is a 3 months key level, right? Pushed up higher. I can see the 15s coming in strong, right? And then it does what? It flips the 4H bullish, right? So after flipping the 4H bullish, I know the 4H is bullish. I know the 15 is bullish. And now I'm just waiting for 1 minute to be bullish, right? Or I wanted 1 minute to come into an OP, tap it, and then give me a buy, right? And you can see as soon as the 15 flipped bullish, there was a nice OP here, which was never tagged, right? Which is the candle there, right? So the OP there comes in, we tap into it, and then what happens? I think we don't form an OP yet, but we tap into it, everything else is in middle, and then this is an OP here, right here, right? So you can either get aggressive and get on the fast OP, which I don't recommend, right? So this buy here, although it was, I just took it because of the OP there, right? It was a nicer OP. You can see it's a nice bearish candle before the push, right? And it was only what 22 pips or something stop loss. So 2 pips stop loss is fine for me, right? And then obviously after that, I wanted to obviously after 15 has flipped a 4H candle, right? I wanted to come in, tap into OP, right? Tap in OP, form another OP, and then I'll buy it, right? So here we come in, tap in OP. I see the rejection nicely. The candle taps into OP and rejects it nicely, right? So now I'm waiting for another OP to form. And then it pushes in, forms the OP, right? That's the OP, but it never returns to it, right? And this can happen a lot of times, yeah? Most of the times you'll never return, right? So now you ask me how would I get into this buy and see just leaving without me, right? There's no OP, it doesn't return to OP, right? So now here is where I want the 1 minute to flip with me, right? So after this 15 has closed above, I know the next one has to break this high for the 1 minute to flip bullish, right? To flip the 15 bullish. But
Yeah.
what happens? The next candle pushes down fast and then makes another high here. You can see that 1 minute candle trades above, right? After trading above, what happens? It breaks below here because no sales. Even if it's flipped bearish, I'm still not in sales because why? The 4H is bullish, 15 is bullish, right? So I'm just waiting for the 1 minute to flip for me, right? And then what happens? We create a low, and then you can see just here, right? Just here, the 1 minute trades above these two here, right? Forming another high here. So instead of watching at this high here, I want this high to break now, right? And then what happens? This candle goes super nicely, breaks the high, right? And closes. So as soon as it breaks the high and closes with momentum, my entry is right there. And I'll put the stop loss, happily put the stop loss below the candle there, like that. Or if I'm patient enough, sometimes I'm just not patient, and if there's news or something, I just go in, right? Because I know it's gonna be a pump, and this is like half an hour, 40 minutes into New York Open. There's more volume, so I'll enter there, right? And at that time there, because it's a smaller range to the key level or PSA, right? This one here, I might go break even just as soon as this here hits the key level, which was around like 2% there. I'll secure at least some, right? At least something I'll secure there, right?
Yeah.
Or I'll just monitor it, and as soon as this candle next one closed here, I'll monitor so price does not close below any lows, right? That's like the 1 minute doesn't flip bearish. You understand?
So once
Right?
it is bearish,
Yes,
you take all your money out.
exactly. Because if 1 minute flip bearish, then I know it's gonna come lower, right?
Yeah.
So what happens after pushing and I'm in, let's say I'm in here, and it pushes up, makes a high, okay, nicely. We gulag be push high again, come back lower. This does not scare me because the 1 minute has not flipped yet. For 1 minute to flip, it has to break below here, right? Break and close, right? But it doesn't. So that doesn't scare me there, right? I'm watching it, and we make a low here, doesn't make a high, breaks below, has not made the high yet, so it's still a low, right? And then what happens? Makes a high here because the kind of trades above, right? After trading above, I see push down. It's just sweeping, nothing else. So I'm still in the buys. I'm still holding the buys, right? And then as soon as it breaks again here, I can either add on another buy here to hold it to go up, because now my intentions are bullish because the 4H is bullish, 15 is bullish, and I'm just waiting for 1 minute to flip. Just like here, it flipped, I bought it. If it comes back in there again and I see 1 minute flipping again, guess what? I'm buying. Do you
Okay.
understand by what I mean by flips, yeah?
Yeah. I just got a question though. See that low where it created a low but it didn't create a high.
Where?
So at around 145, yeah, that one.
What,
See
here?
that
Yeah,
low?
this
Yeah.
low.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see
It
that one?
created a low. So
Yeah.
this is not a low. Because why? Because no high was made. See that like candle made high, this one hit high, this one high, this one lower, right? So it's going lower, 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 lower. But then here, you see this candle here trades above the previous. So now that's a high.
Okay,
So
okay.
now as soon as that happens,
All right.
this is the high one to break, right? To flip the what? To flip the 15. Sorry, flip 15 flip bullish, right? Just like I'm showing here for our 4H flips bullish with a 15-minute candle closing above, right? Here, the 1 minute close bullish above the 15, which flips it, right?
Yeah.
So the concept is like this, yeah? If the 4H is in blue, yes, like this. For this 4H to go more bullish, we need the red one, which is the 15-minute candles, right? To do this, right? So 15 will break here, and this 4H will start pushing, go higher, right? And then even deeper, if we want the 1 minute to start flipping bullish, we want the 1 minute to start flipping here, right? To go up. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
That way now we have a 4H, which is bullish. We have a 15, which is bullish. And now the 1 minute flip bullish. And sometimes the 1 minute can flip here, get by, still come back in there to gulag and do whatever he wants, right? Because he can easily come back for this OP here, right? You see it?
Yeah, yeah.
But then if it doesn't come out all the way to the OP, it's just coming back into the imbalance, right? You see the big imbalance there?
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes it just comes to imbalances to pick wherever it wants and then to go. So at a point there, as long as it doesn't stop me out and flips again, guess what? I'm piling another buy here. Stop loss right here. Let's go. So if I miss this first one here, I know it can still come back down, give it another flip, and I'm going. So every time the 1 minute flips, I'm buying, right? So this one is the first buy entry, which gives us like an us what 3.9 pips. Okay, you can say 3.9 pips is too much for you. You leave it, right? But then this one here, as soon as the 1 minute closes, guess what? Right below the candle. I don't want the low. I want below, right below the actual candle that flips, which is 2.9 pips, right? Smaller stop loss, right? I push it up, and obviously wherever it goes, I'm securing. And with volume time, guess what? She's just gonna keep pushing, right? So if it comes to the key level there, and I see, and the best thing as well when he approaches the key level, and he taps, let's say, the lower 5 pip, right? But then he doesn't really get to the key level yet, and then so it's almost like what I'm trying to explain here is to do with key levels, obviously, yeah. So key level is like this, right? And I'll say the black line is the key level, yes?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's say price is coming from below, right? Taps the lower 5 pip zone, because this is the lower 5 pip zone, and this is the high 5 pip zone, right? Right, you know what? I'll make it like this so you can actually see it properly and understand, right? So I'll look for any key levels that have not been tapped into. Yeah, there you go, right? So assuming this is our key level here, right? Can you see them?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see.
So let's say price is coming from below, right? So price come from below, taps this lower 5 pip here. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then price, let's say the 1 minute do this, right? They don't tap into the key level yet, come back in down. And then later on, they do this. They break above the key level, right? And then once they break the key level, let's say they do this, and then they break the top one and close, right? So as soon as this 1 minute closes above here, what I've seen here is pretty much this. Tap, 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 right? So after doing this, there's a high chance if he comes back to this gulag zone, which I have marked the gulag zone, right? I didn't mark gulag zone for funny business, but it's actually a line that's very, very high probability, right? Which I've seen. Whenever price touches the floor 5 pip and then goes directly to the key level without coming back to the 5 pip, right? And then goes and closes above the high pip, there's a high chance if it comes back to this area here, it's gonna go up.
Okay.
And I've caught these buys and sells like this so many times, and they are so crazy that it worked like magic, seriously. And that's why I call it the I think you've seen on the charts, I call it the dragon flash.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
it's just like I used to watch Samurai X when I was little, so like the terminology they use, like
Yeah.
what happened to my indicators? My indicators are messed up. Look at that, the indicators. Shit, I didn't even open that page. What the hell? I was wondering, what the hell is that? All right, yeah, so that's why I call it whenever you see on my chart saying dragon flash, right? I mean that. So what I mean here is when this 1 minute candle close above this top 5 pip after coming from below, right? And this here I base it not just how price is approaching the key level, right? I base it from a key level to key level, right? Okay, so price has to leave one key level, which is this here. You can see price will left here, right? Pushed up, up into my lower 5 pip zone, right? And here you can see it did not tap the key level yet, right?
Yeah.
So it's still a one move, right? Comes back below the lower 5 pip, and then as it comes back the second go, taps into the key level, respects the lower 5 pip, doesn't tap in, and then what happens? Close above the lower high 5 pip. So there's a high chance for gulag zone buys or this gulag zone buy. And as soon as this happens, like this in one go, then I'll buy at the gulag zone happily, and I'll buy at the gulag zone happily.
Okay.
But that's to do with key levels. And I can trade just this concept and I'll be profitable. I've done it for weeks and I've been profitable. Seriously, just this concept, and it doesn't happen a lot, but in a week, I would say it can happen like up to 6 or 5 times. Even that the week has volume as well, it's even better. And that's how I've caught like news candles, like sometimes NFP and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've caught some nice NFP candles where like they do exactly what I wanted. Like, let's say price will come into the first 5 pip, right? Push and close like that, but not tap the key level. And then as the candles go like here, push to the close below the key level, they respect the top 5 pip, and then push and close below here. As soon as they do that, I see a wick comes in the gulag zone, I just take it. Right? And I've done that for weeks and weeks, and I've caught some crazy movements. So that's why the gulag zone came in, because I kept looking how price approaches the key level, right? And because before, believe it or not, I used to just have like key levels on, yeah, and all I had was this. You see the way the 12-month key levels are?
Yeah.
So all I had was literally like this. I'll show you. So if I turn off the 5 pip zones here and this one, right? So all I had was literally 3-month key level, 12-month key level, and 12-month key level. That's it, right? The price will come here, do this, and then let's say go here, and I'll be like, is this key level gonna hold? Is this gonna hold? Do I buy here? Do I buy here? Do I buy there? I was completely like just to the master of the charts, right? And sometimes you come like that and then go, right? These are the best ones, because if you buy here, you're good to go, you're gone, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you come like just here and then, gulag and go to this one. So I'll be like, okay, did he tap the key level? Did he not cut? So I'll be like, the hell? Confusing, right?
Yeah.
So even though I was profitable, it was still very hard to understand it, right? Because that's the concept Capital Hungry teaches, yeah, about key levels. Do you know about Capital Hungry?
No, I've never heard of him.
Is a really good fundamentalist. Like, I always quote him whenever I do new stuff, right? But he's very good at fundamentals. So I learned the key level concept from him, yeah, with the high time frame stuff. But then when I start studying the key levels, and I was looking, well, I need to study what the hell is happening around these key levels, right? Because why is it that price comes up here like sometimes and goes, and sometimes it comes like this and then goes, or sometimes you just tap and bye-bye. So I was okay, to catch this kind of sell, what needs to happen? Catch this kind of sell, what needs to happen? Because it can just come like this, no tap it, and then go like 300 pips down. So I just missed 300 pips because he didn't tap my key level. No, it didn't make sense. I was like, no. There must be some way how I can catch this without it tapping my key level, right? Okay. And obviously after backtesting and seeing a lot of things, I was okay, cool. So let's see how EU plays, right? If it comes around the key level, which it does a lot of times, how far is price pushing up and how far is pricing pushing lower if it comes from below, right? And what I saw was EU loved to gulag around the 5 pip zones, like 5 pip higher in the key level and 5 pip below the key level, right? Don't ask me why, it's just 5 pips. That's what he liked, right? And if you don't believe me, I mean, you go my key level chart now, you can see it, right? Even today, right? Look at this. If I was to turn off every like all this stuff here, right? Sorry, 1 second. Let's do this magic trick. Yeah. And turn them off, right? So if I was turn off every drawing and leave just the key levels, right? And the PSA, right?
Yeah.
Just price action today, yes?
Yeah.
I think we go like 5 minutes and it's fine, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
But look at this. Where is price gulagging around? Where is price gulagging around to give you buys and sells? Look at this, right? Is it a coincidence or is something really happening there? This is all today, right? So if you understood the concept to buy, yeah, let's say you wanted the 15 to close above this 5 pip to buy to the next key level, right? And you'll be, oh, that's all. But look at that, from this 5 pip here to the next key level or PSA, that's 20 pips. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you look at it clearly, if I zoom in properly, right? If you bought, let's say, after this candle here, the white one, then it's about close above, and you bought it exactly at the high 5 pip, yes? Which is around 95.50, right? 95.50 will be right there. And let's say you put your stop loss 5 pips below it, yes?
Yeah.
That would be a nice 1 to 4 done. See that? That's a 1 to 4 with a 5 pip stop loss. Yeah. Imagine, look at that, 5 pips after this candle close above, 5 pips, boom, 20 pips. That's the easiest I can do it, right? And if you do that for all of them, you will see what happens. Yeah. The least you can do is lose what the hell happened to this guy? What happened to Asian? Shit, things are going nuts, man. What the hell is the Asian? This is just show. What is it?
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it either, man. I don't know what, yeah, there's some crazy trading view stuff. All right, it's gone. All right, you saw that, right? Not just me, yeah?
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Okay, perfect. Anyway, yeah. So if I did that, yeah, basing this confluence where this candle here closed above the high 5 pip, right? And the reason I'm talking that candle there is because price came from a previous key level towards a further key level, closed above, to then continue to the next one, because that's how I do my key levels. If it comes back in, closes below the low 5 pip, there's a high chance it's going to go to the next key level. Here, it comes back in, nothing closes below the low 5 pip, but there's a high chance it's going to pull back to this one here, right? But then this one here, look at that. As soon as it closed there, what did I tell you?
Push down.
Enter 5 pip. Where do we go? To the key level, right? So answering your question where you asked me, I think in the weekend, or yesterday, I don't know, yeah. I use the key levels for targets, right? So if I enter down here and I target here and I see the 15s still closing above, guess what?
You
My
target
runner,
the next one.
Yep, my runner is going up. And this from here to here, that's 40 pips, man. Right? So I'm using them as key level, as targets, sorry, right? And you can see this is price action just today, right? And today, just based on every candle closing below. Let's say this candle here closed below here, right?
Yeah.
Coming from low. Let's say I pull my, and you can see all my things here. I've already gone like 3%, 2%. So 4% I know is coming. You see that there? Pop. And using the 4H flip concept, right? You can see we made a low. Okay. And the only high that will invalidate my sales here is if price came and closed above here. Yes?
Yeah.
But look at that. The high is way far. And what does it do? Makes a new high, breaks it to my TP. Boom. Right? And if I didn't get, if I obviously normally I target key level to key level, right? But with this momentum that is, right? Yeah, I'll still, as we approach my key level, I'll monitor it and I'll probably extend it to 5%, right? And that's 5% in 1, 2, 3, 4. In 2 hours, I got my 5%.
Okay.
Yeah, and look at my key level, my stop loss. Never got touched, right? Or Zoom is about to end, but I can send another link. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fine. Let me send it now before it cuts us anyway. Yeah.
All right.
1 second.